it all started when the district started taking over the paramedic services. And then we started seeing the leadership from the top having an invested interest within our community, not only Huntsville and Lake of Bays, but Muskoka as a whole. And working with Paul and his team, Gary Monahan and the fire chief, Steve Hernan, and we were meeting on a regular basis. Our job is to think about the unthinkable and prepare for the most unsettling times for our community. And it's not necessarily reacting, but it's preparing ourselves to be able to respond, a real calculated measure in our response, and how we're able to support each other in our individual agencies, because we honestly complement each other in terms of what we do and provide to our community as a service. And even during this pandemic, I've said over and over again how much I appreciated our relationship as we kind of went through this unsettling time, because it was honestly working through something as you would within your own family. And I can certainly consider these two gentlemen my family and part of the emergency services, and certainly there's no egos here that are trying to climb over one another. It's all about a united front in terms of serving our community, and I think that's important because we serve our community with pride.
It's definitely a good view to have. Jeff and Paul, do you guys want to comment on how that went for you?
Sure, and to echo what JP is saying here is that I think we have a unique situation in the District of Muskoka in that all three emergency services get along very, very well. I think we all understand our role. For the most part, we all end up at the same emergencies. So we're tending to the same need of whoever it might be that requires our assistance. So we understand our roles within there and we work very well together. A lot of that has been because our Deputy Chief, Gary Monahan, and the two gentlemen here have been proactive in making sure that prior to this, they met on a regular basis to discuss matters and to see how we can work without having the friction that a lot of other municipalities go through. And so it's quite fortunate for us in this area that we can work that way. So it has gone very well with all three emergency services. And from our standpoint, to be able to take some direction as well, whether it's coming from EMS or OPP on, hey, this is what we're hearing, this is what we're seeing, and able to help us in that respect also to put practices and procedures into place.
Yeah, I agree with these two gentlemen. This is a lot about relationships and relationships before something goes wrong. And we do spend a lot of time developing those relationships, and not only just with us, but we need to take that back to our leadership teams and our frontline staff, because let's face it, they're the ones that are with each other all the time, out on the road, making it happen and making a huge difference. So we like to encourage our frontline people to say, hey, if there are challenges, or hey, if you have a great idea, make sure you talk to the people that you're dealing with and bring that to us as well, so that we can bring that to our relationship, because that's a huge part of our job, is building relationships with each other. And we like to stay kind of in our own lanes, but as Paul indicated, we also can bounce things off each other, and we're not afraid to say something when we're at a scene, because it isn't about egos, it's about doing the right thing, being operationally correct on how you're executing a scene management.